Hello there, my fellow garden lovers and thrift shop champions. I'm so glad you've joined me today in this little corner of garden joy. If you're anything like me, your patio or terrace is more than a space, it's a little patch of peace. A place where old things bloom again and memories meet fresh air. That spot where your morning coffee tastes better and evening conversations linger longer. You know, I've learned over the years that you don't need to spend a fortune to feel rich. Sometimes all it takes is a forgotten teacup, a little paint, and a spark of creativity. Those things we've collected over decades, they're not just stuff, they're stories waiting to be retold. Today I'll show you how to turn thrift store treasures into budget-friendly garden decor and idea. 12. You'll never look at an old colander the same way again. I promise your neighbors will wonder which fancy boutique you visited, while your wallet knows you just did a little creative rescuing. Welcome to Golden Seniors Living, where we believe the golden years are the perfect time to grow, create, and beautify, one upcycled treasure at a time. Because our hands still know how to make things lovely, and our gardens deserve to be as interesting as the lives we've lived. If garden magic and frugal flair make your heart bloom, go ahead and subscribe. More soul-soothing DIY ideas are just around the corner. Now, let's transform those thrift store finds into garden treasures. Idea 1. Old chairs turned plant thrones. Find a thrifted wooden chair with a missing seat. That's not broken. That's your new flower throne. Give your chair a gentle cleaning, then add a fresh coat of paint in a color that brings you joy. Don't worry about perfect coverage. A slightly weathered look adds character. Simply place a pot where the seat used to be. For smaller pots, rest them on a wire shelf or upturned pot inside the frame. Plant trailing flowers like lobelia or sweet alyssum that cascade down like a flowing dress. What makes this perfect for us is the height. No bending to tend ground-level plants. Your flowers sit at perfect viewing level while you enjoy afternoon tea nearby. There's something wonderfully fitting about giving an old chair a comfortable retirement in the garden, isn't there? Idea 2. Teapots and mugs as hanging planters. Those mismatched teacups and lidless teapots are about to become your most charming planters. For teacups, create drainage holes in the bottom using a drill with a ceramic bit. Teapots often already have a built-in drainage hole under the spout. Hang them using macrame holders or decorative wire. Fill with small herbs like thyme or mint, or create visual impact with succulents and bright pansies. Position them at eye level along fences or porch rafters, no bending required. A little afternoon tea for your plants. There's something deeply satisfying about giving these pieces new purpose, like old friends finding fresh ways to bring joy. Idea 3. Picture frames as patio wall art. Remove the glass and backing from thrifted frames. We just want that decorative edge. Paint, if desired, then mount directly on garden walls to frame the view beyond, or add chicken wire across the back to display air plants and small potted herbs. What makes this perfect for us is that once mounted at eye level, there's no bending required to change the display. You can update it seasonally while seated in your garden chair. A frame doesn't just contain, it invites us to see differently, to notice beauty we might otherwise overlook, rather like the perspective these golden years bring us. Idea 4. Vintage light fixtures as planters. Those outdated chandeliers and pendant lights are about to shine in a new way. Remove all electrical components until you're left with just the decorative frame. Just transform it into a planter by lining with moss and adding cascading flowers where light bulbs once hung, or attach solar garden lights for evening ambiance. For table lamps, remove the shade and plant directly in the base. What makes this wonderful for us is the height. No bending to plant or maintain. A little evening glamour, no electricity required. Idea 5. Old mirrors for light and space. Mounting a mirror on a garden wall creates the illusion of more space and reflects your favorite plants, doubling their visual impact. In shaded areas, mirrors bounce light deeper into the garden, brightening dim corners. This dramatically transforms your space without requiring heavy gardening work. One afternoon of careful placement brings years of expanded garden views. Let your garden admire itself. It deserves it. And so do we, don't we? Idea 6. Lampshades as sculptural plant holders. Remove fabric from wire lampshade frames, clean gently, and spray paint in garden-friendly colors. Turn upside down as a decorative cloche over small plants, or use right side up as a support for climbing vines like jasmine or clematis. Hang these lightweight frames from shepherd's hooks at varying heights, tucking air plants into the wire joints. They're easy to move, simple to work with, and create high visual impact without demanding heavy maintenance. Idea 7. Wooden crates as garden shelves. Stack wooden crates against a wall for instant display shelves that keep plants at comfortable reaching height. No more bending down. Attach small hooks inside for hanging garden gloves or tools. Line some with landscape fabric for shallow planting boxes. This is garden organization that respects our bodies while delighting our eyes. There's something satisfying about containers once used to transport food now nurturing the plants that grow it. A full circle moment in garden form. Idea 8. Bicycle wheel halos. Remove wheels from old bicycles and stake them into soil like garden gates or frames for the sky. The circular form draws the eye, while spokes invite climbing plants to weave through, creating living sculptures. There's something poetic about a symbol of movement now resting in garden stillness. It no longer rushes forward but pauses, becoming part of the story in a different way. Even wheels deserve to rest in beauty. Idea 9. Shower caddies as herb walls. Those metal shower caddies with multi-tiered shelves make perfect vertical herb gardens. Spray paint them to complement your outdoor space, then either place small pots on each shelf or add potting soil directly after lining with landscape fabric. Mount on a sunny fence near your seating area for easy harvesting. What makes this perfect is the vertical nature. No bending required to tend or harvest herbs. Who knew bath time could inspire your basil? Idea 10. Vintage suitcases as statement planters. Those charming old suitcases with worn handles and travel stickers make extraordinary planters with personality. Drill drainage holes in the bottom, line with landscape fabric. Then fill with soil or create a miniature landscape with several smaller potted plants. Position on garden tables or sturdy benches where details can be appreciated without bending. Each suitcase carries its own history, creating a garden feature with depth that no store-bought planter could match. From world travel to terrace treasure. Idea 11. Vintage toolboxes. As rustic planters, old wooden or metal toolboxes bring rugged character to your garden. Add drainage holes if needed. Then fill with potting soil or arrange several small potted plants inside. Their rectangular shape creates perfect rhythm along paths or stairs. What makes these wonderful for us is their manageable size. Most toolboxes are designed to be carried, so they remain relatively lightweight even when planted. Position at comfortable heights to minimize bending. Tools of the gardening trade reimagined. Idea 12. Colanders and strainers as hanging planters. Those kitchen colanders are practically perfect planters, already equipped with built-in drainage. Line with moss to prevent soil washing through, then add trailing plants like sweet potato vine or creeping jenny. Hang at eye level using chain or garden twine through the handles, no bending or stretching required. These lightweight planters bring instant charm to garden spaces. Straining for compliments? Not anymore. Idea 13. Vintage books as succulent planters. Use damaged hardcover books to create charming planters. Cut a well in the pages lined with plastic. Then add cactus soil and miniature succulents or air plants that require minimal watering. These portable planters can be enjoyed on patio tables or bookshelves, bringing garden joy indoors or out. There's something magical about living plants emerging from pages that once fueled imagination, a reminder that growth and stories go hand in hand. Idea 14. Wine cork garland. Edging strings saved wine corks on garden wire horizontally through centers or vertically looped around edges. Lay along garden bed bases or nestle between stones. Each cork tells a story of celebration, creating a border that grows with memories. Corks are surprisingly resilient outdoors and create an edging that's lightweight and easy to install. This isn't just an edge, it's a toast to the earth. Cork by cork. Idea 15, old window frames as garden dividers. Those charming wooden window frames become beautiful garden dividers that add structure without blocking views. Paint, if desired, then position vertically using garden stakes. They create focal points at the end of paths or gentle dividers between garden rooms. Hang small potted plants from the frames using tea lights for evening ambiance. Once installed, these dividers require virtually no maintenance while adding year-round structure. Windows to new garden possibilities. Idea 16. Dress forms as succulent sculptures. Transform vintage dress forms or mannequin torsos into living sculptures. For metal cage forms, fill with sphagnum moss, then insert succulent cuttings. For fabric-covered forms, wrap in plastic, cover with chicken wire, then stuff moss between wire and plastic. Position where succulents receive appropriate light but are also visible from your seating area. The vertical nature means no bending or kneeling for care. Fashion that never goes out of style. Idea 17, chipped ceramic vases as garden ornaments. Those lovely vases with unfortunate chips make perfect garden accents. Use taller vases as decorative edging along paths, partially buried with just the top third emerging. Wider, bowl-like vases become perfect bird baths when placed on small pedestals. For vases with minor cracks, fill with drought-tolerant succulents and place on tables or wall ledges. These bring emotional connections outdoors, as many hold memories of celebrations or loved ones. Beauty doesn't need to be perfect to enhance your garden. Idea 18, musical instruments as whimsical planters beyond repair. Instruments create unique planters with character. For stringed instruments, remove strings, line the interior with landscaped fabric, then add soil and trailing plants that spill from sound holes. Brass instruments make fantastic hanging planters. Fill the bell with potting mix and plant colorful annuals. These conversation pieces create vertical interest without requiring bending or heavy lifting. A garden that plays with expectations. Idea 19. Bathtubs and sinks as statement planters. Vintage clawwood tubs or pedestal sinks make extraordinary focal points. Their large volume allows for creating mixed planting small gardens within your garden. The elevated height of pedestal sinks puts plants at perfect viewing level. Once placed, with help during installation, they become permanent features requiring no heavy maintenance. Their porcelain provides perfect insulation for plant roots. Soak up the compliments with these unexpected garden features. Idea 21, pawl edging for garden beds. Create a border using empty wine bottles placed upside down in a narrow trench. The bottoms create a continuous decorative edge above ground while sunlight plays through the colored glass, especially beautiful in morning or evening light. This edging adds height to garden beds without creating obstacles. The smooth bottle bottoms define edges cleanly but don't impede garden tools or create tripping hazards, toasting your garden's beauty with every glint of sunlight. When using several repurposed items, unify them with color. Perhaps all your thrifted transformations get painted in shades of blue, or maybe copper and terracotta become your signature palette, creating visual harmony among diverse objects. Group similar items together for greater impact rather than scattering them. 3 teacup planters clustered creates a more cohesive vignette than single cups placed randomly. Consider scale and proportion. Larger items like suitcase planters should command focal points, while smaller items work better as accents. Remember, even creativity benefits from a bit of restraint. Choose your favorite ideas rather than implementing all 20. From forgotten chairs to treasured teacups, each item we've transformed has found new purpose under open skies. As we age, we don't need more stuff, we need more meaning, more moments of calm, charm, and color. These thrifted transformations do more than save money, they save stories. They honor the craftsmanship of earlier eras and celebrate the beauty of objects that, like us, have lived full lives and still have much to offer. In every piece we upcycle, we're nurturing a space that reflects our journey and appreciation for things with history. Our understanding that imperfection isn't a flaw, but a feature. Our wisdom in knowing that sometimes the most valuable things are the ones others have overlooked. Isn't it fitting that these objects, like us, are enjoying their second or third acts? that they've weathered changes, adapted to new purposes, and emerged with more character than when they started. There's comfort in that parallel, in creating a garden that honors not just new growth, but seasoned beauty. If even one of these ideas made you smile, give this video a like. It helps other garden lovers find our little community at Golden Seniors Living. Leave a comment below. What's the best thrifted item you've ever brought into your garden? Or which of today's ideas might you try first? I read every comment and love learning from your experiences. Next week, we'll explore gentle gardening techniques that keep our hands busy without taxing our backs or knees. Because I believe our gardening years should be our most joyful ones. Subscribe to Golden Seniors Living, where creativity, comfort, and nature grow hand in hand. Where we understand that the golden years aren't about slowing down, but about savoring each bloom, each breeze, each beautiful moment we create. Until next time, keep finding beauty in what others overlook. And remember, your patio is just one thrift store visit away from feeling brand new. Your garden, like you, has unlimited potential to grow in unexpected and wonderful ways. Happy thrifting, happy gardening, and most of all, happy creating, dear friend.